Ooh, I see there's 4 people. One sec. Just let me get over to my channel. I can't see you all when I'm typing in the poll question. All right, who's here? We have, ooh, a lot of people. Ernest is, I think, first. One second. Ernest, I see you. Rated Frog, Gianna, Terminator is here. Woo, earrings. Rich is here. Thank you for the super thanks. Boo is here. Gonna be wearing those earrings till you're walking with the cane. I thought you were gonna say until Christmas in like 6-7 months, which is true. I will be wearing these all the way around to Christmas again. Coffee is here. Great to see you. And Yabba Dabba Doo is here. Hello, everyone. Let me just finish typing in this poll question. I've become obsessed with, okay. Is it Pilates? Is it HIIT, which is high intensity interval? Oh, God. Interval. Terminator, I bet it's definitely Pilates. Interval train. Yeah, it's gonna cut me off. Is it kickboxing? Kickboxing or spin class? Okay, there you go. That always takes me some time. Alrighty. Shoot, did I get that in there okay? All right, oh my gosh, we jumped to 43 all of a sudden. I was like, okay, who have we got here? We've got like 12 and now there's 43. Just Amelia's here, Jackson is here, LL Pierce 04, hello. I'm just gonna turn up the screen brightness so I can see you all better on here. I feel like that's pretty bright. Ooh. We got 40 people here. Dang it, messed up my phone stand. Okay. A TWR from Pakistan, Corey Beam. I don't play songs on here for copyright reasons. I'm not a doctor. Cube is here. Angel Kisses, James Green. My mom would refer to freckles as Angel Kisses. She's covered in freckles. That's where I get my freckles from. So I have heard that before. Corey Beam says no. Whoa, now I think it's kickboxing. Let's see. Hannah's getting earlier and earlier. Yes, I just have decided I really would prefer my work nights especially to not go so late. Even though I love my live streams, it's a lot of time like with lights and screens that I find it kind of hard to just fall asleep right afterward. And obviously I need to get good rest for my day job. So that's why I've been moving up my start time a little bit. All Reza is here. Juan, hello. We've got a lot of people. Teddy Ray is here. Terminator is saying gonna see Hannah on UFC pretty soon. I don't watch UFC, but I do love WWE. Kaylin is back. Good to see you, Kaylin. James Green says I love that about Angel Kisses. Spencer Montgomery is here. All right, so I'm making Hannah's the usual suspects, but first I was just gonna unbox. Nothing super exciting. It's just an Amazon package I had related to cooking. What has keys but can't open locks? I don't know, a computer? Thank you, Sir Ooch. Spencer said hi. All right, so all that was in here, nothing too crazy, is more parchment paper. And I will be using this tonight for a couple of things I'm making. Also, my hair is wet and unfortunately dripping down my back because I took a shower. I worked out and then I took a shower. And I did do one of the workouts I listed in the poll question. Okay, so let's just get rid of this. Happy Life is here. Love to see the mods showing up. Seth is from Ghana. Thanks, Rich. Hi, blah, blah. All right, so first up, you know the drill. Nothing you haven't seen before if you're a regular. So let's use this new parchment paper. Coffee is asking Rich how they're doing. Stony Mountain, Manitoba, love it. I don't remember if I've been to Manitoba. Hello Coffee, hello Green Day. All right, let's get this open here. If it'll cooperate with me. There we go. Oven is already preheated, so I don't have to wait to put some burgers in the oven. Ta-da! You've seen these guys before. Have you been to Canada? Yes, I live in Minnesota. We share a border with Canada. I have flown to Canada and I have driven across the border from Minnesota heading north, and I do really enjoy Canada. Big envelope for a small box. Yes, indeed. It was pretty big. So, making a couple of these. And I'm just going to throw them right in my oven and waste no time. Timer. And got a little spillage on the floor. Let's see. Yes, these are gluten-free. A love supremacist. Laiba Shahid said hi. Kit Kat is here. All right. Josh Miller, thank you. Glad you love the streams. I love them too. They're very fun. Vegan burgers, yes, I've made these several times on my channel. These are vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO. It's got like all the check boxes. Veggie burgers, and they're made with shiitake mushrooms. They're made with spinach, black beans, quinoa. I mean, they're so tasty. I love them. All they have is veggies and grains. Like there's some oat in here, there's carrot, there's chickpea flour, so there's some beans. I love these, you guys. They're my favorite veggie burger. Highly recommend you try them out. It sounds yummy. Faizan is here. Double tap your screen, guys, for Hannah. Thank you, Rich. Ooh, Kaylin, what did you do for your workout today? Norman is here. Faizan, I'm doing well. All right, so one down, and oh, I know what I'm gonna make. If I can, where did I put it? Okay, I need to free up some space in my saucepan here. There's a little bit of the cordyceps quinoa left that I made on Monday. I'm gonna put that away. Your fave Mexican is here. Freshly Wild says, I need emojis. Hi, Hannah. Yes, Table to Hope, making another tasty meal. Cocacero is here. Voilà, un live très intéressant. Merci beaucoup. I did an indoor walk. I did 1.68 miles. Nice. Gotta love those indoor exercises. they're so convenient. I actually really, really like working out from home. I just, like, it saves you time. You don't need a membership anywhere. There's no commute. Like, it's just, I know some people get gym memberships or need to, you know, leave their home to exercise just to be like motivated and stay disciplined. But for me, it's all about time. And I don't always work out at home, but a home workout is excellent when you're very busy. Like, I'd rather not have to spend time packing a gym bag, driving 15, 20, 30 minutes to a gym, and then having to come all the way back. No thanks. All right, we have Yabba-Dabba-Doo. Did you see the result from the Europa League Cup final? No, I don't watch anything other than English Premier League soccer. I do not have any interest. I mean, I'll watch a game here and there, but I don't watch any other countries. I don't watch any of the leagues. I don't even watch MLS unless it's a one-off thing here in the United States. So I have no clue. I've just never had an interest in anything other than the English Premier League. Speaking of which, this weekend is the finale. And also, to let you guys know, I'm thinking of doing at least one pop-up live stream this weekend that's not at my normal Sunday. I will go live on Sunday night, but I'm thinking of going live like during the day sometime on Saturday and during the day sometime on Sunday, potentially. Can't promise when, can't promise both days, but that is what I'm thinking. And Sia saying hi to Happy Life. Saeed Shirvani is here. Mind your business, I am making veggie burgers, corn grits / polenta, and roasted potatoes. The last few potatoes in my produce bag that I got from my grocery store. That disqualifies my choice for the poll. Hi, Nas. We have L. Jones, Leandia Jones. Thank you. Oh my gosh, yes. Memorial Day weekend. My Americans in the chat. Aren't we all so excited to have a 3-day weekend? It's a huge deal in the United States. Also, you guys, I was looking ahead to July because, believe it or not, we are very quickly approaching June. And it's so nice because July 4th, which is Independence Day here in the United States, falls on a Friday. So we will get a nice 3-day weekend. I cannot stand, it's still a holiday, but when like the one-off holidays, like 4th of July falls on a Tuesday. It's like, okay, we're gonna go to work on a Monday, and then we're off on Tuesday, and then we're back to the office. It's so nice when those holidays line up with the weekend. So we do have another 3-day weekend coming up in a few weeks because the July 4th weekend is gonna be a 3-day weekend. All right, Kevin said kickboxing. Let's see. Bishop Bullwinkle, I had a nice day. It was productive. It wasn't too stressful. I had a work meeting. Just kind of like the usual stuff. All right, I'm thinking with grits, I need to boil water first. So I'm gonna need 3 cups of this. That's right, July 4th. Woohoo! We have K-O-N saying make a chocolate cake. I actually made chocolate cupcakes a few live streams ago. Too bad you weren't there. It was very fun. All right, that's not quite 2, but I'm gonna work with that. All right, and then get more water. Oh, that's the burgers already. Your birthday is July 30th. Nice, Kaylin. Birthday for Leandia Jones is July 24th, 2003. May the 4th be with you. Twisted Sevenfold. I'm making veggie burgers and grits. See what I did or didn't do there. Hi, Adi Odulio. Justin Barron is waving hello. Hi, Cosborn. Have you made your world famous vegan pizza yet? I don't know if I have a world famous vegan pizza. I have a recipe video for that, but I have not done it on the live stream yet. So I need to put this to, ooh, you guys. I need to be careful. I almost just totally splashed my keyboard, my laptop keyboard. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness that didn't actually happen. All right, I need to just slow it down. So I'm gonna put this water on my stove top and it'll boil, and that's when I put the grits into it. And, oh, hair. And now what I'm gonna do is flip the veggie burgers. Are you going to caramelized onions? No. Hi, Tony. Let's see, Cosmic Loop is here. Cocosero says thank you for the live stream. Darian, Cocosero. All right, time to flip the veggie burgers. So I'm just gonna scoop them and flip them and put them back. And next I'm gonna chop the rest of my gold potatoes, which are down here. I'm also gonna grab my polenta. I was thinking about, like, going forward, I definitely want to have a variety of things I do on my live streams. I don't want all of them to be in my kitchen, although I do like being in my kitchen. But just to mix it up, I thought about, like, different locations, different activities, so that you guys get a variety of live stream content. Midio is here. Sorry, hair is driving me nuts. This is what you get when you dash from, like, working out to taking a shower to live stream and you don't actually properly dry your hair. Like, I had it in a towel for 2 seconds, but clearly I did not dry it well enough. Red Oven Mitt lives. Yes, it does. Thank you, Midio, for the sub. Hi, Deddy51. Hello, Hannah. What's on the menu this evening? Burgers, grits, and yellow potatoes. Right here. I'm going to be dicing these up. I'm also going to grab a bowl. And put them in here. Lovely knife. This one. Oh, you know what? I didn't set my timer for the other half of the burgers. So, sounds delish. Yes. Mein Haselmama, hast du dir auch schöne die Haare gewaschen? Ja. Rich Port is here. Hi, Julia, Nicole, Catherine, Queen, GVR, hello. I don't eat burgers. If I do, I'm picky where I get them from. Understandable. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. Get these yellow potatoes going. Bridgeport says, what does that mean? Hello, is it chi. I'm making corn grits, veggie burgers, and potatoes. So, it's the last 4 potatoes. Ooh, I can already feel the hunger coming. My goodness. Cocacero is applauding. Thank you. Let's see. Looks good. Sounds delightful. Ooh. That one had a little blemish on it. Just almost done trimming these. Mike K is here. Glad you like the veggie burgers, Kevin. All right, so I need to put a towel down because these cutting boards, like the one flaw is they like to move around, and that is how you cut yourself with a big old knife. I'm not trying to do that. All right, there we go. Ooh, I hear my water going. So I'm gonna take a quick pause and measure out actually 1 more cup of water I need for the polenta. Do a little more. All right, so back to the potatoes. Had a text message my sister, I'm back now, says coffee, sounds good. No worries, James Brace is here, hello. How's the writing coming along, Hannah? It's going well. I mean, the thing is, it is just a long, long, long process. Like, good writing takes time. So, yeah, it's going good though. I really enjoy it, and I think you just have to embrace the fact that, like, I think we live in a time where you just want things like boom, 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 ASAP, get it done. Like, I want it to be done in a day, in a week. I want it right now. And writing if you want it to be good and you want it to be published, that's not how it works. But it is going well. The advantage that I have with the books that I'm writing, so it's historical fiction, and what's great about the story I'm writing is that I already know, one, the entire timeline and all the events that happen because it's based on my dad's life, and two, I know the characters because they are actual people that existed. I'm gonna have like fictional conversations and fictional, you know, whatever, like scenarios. But that's a huge advantage because I feel like one really daunting thing about writing fiction is the whole like world building aspect, like develop the character. You have to come up with like plot points and events that happen and conflicts, and for me it's like it's just history that's going on. And the writing is also another reason why I'm hopping on my live streams earlier and trying to hop off late, like not as late as I have been, because I want to save myself some time at the end of the day to write. So it's like I would say it's a very satisfying process, but it's like slow and sometimes it's painful. Chai or chi, I'm gonna go with Kai, I don't know. I am not doing a marathon this year. I just had no time in my schedule to safely train for a marathon. I decided I was gonna prioritize YouTube this year, so I scaled back on my running mileage. I am still running though. I have a race next month. I'm running a 5K. Oh, that's my water boiling. So let's get this corn grits in here. So I'm gonna put 1 cup of this lovely corn polenta into that pot of boiling water. More like a saucepan, not a pot. Do you ever make your own French fries by cutting the potatoes into thin slices and then frying them in olive oil? I prefer baking my potatoes so that they're less fatty, Kevin. Is your pole answer something you just started doing or for a little bit? I would say it's something I started doing recently. Well, wait till you sell the film rights, millionaire overnight. It's true. I mean, that's like the ultimate like writer's dream, is to get published and then have your work picked up as a TV series or a film series. I mean, that's like so exciting. But the thing is, it takes so much effort, like so much time up until that point to like get there. So there's a reason why there aren't that many people who are like George Lucas, like, you know, signed with Disney to have them purchase Lucasfilms and the whole Star Wars franchise. He's worth like, I think it's $5 billion or something like that. Crazy. But obviously it took him, I was reading about him the other day, and it took him years to write the plot of Star Wars. King Hazy Only Haze, hello. Runner, which means you must love to kick those legs. I bet you chose kickboxing. All right. I want to tend to my corn grits. So I'm losing my train of thought. BRB. Sorry, guys. All right, so I've got the corn grits in here, and what I'm gonna do is just stir them with a whisk for about 5 minutes, take a break from the potatoes. Hello, Andre Luis, Grigas Baptista. Rachie and TT are doing well. I don't know about today. I didn't talk to my sister today, but I saw her a couple days ago and she's doing fine. All right, let me just get this back on the stove. And I need some salt. Ooh, almost forgot my burgers too. Woo! There we go. Tony Smalls, I do not have pets, no. But I would love to have dogs at some point. So I'm just whisking these corn grits. I actually chose spin class, but I don't even know what that is. Nevertheless, I chose it. Living out of the box of thinking. Let's see. Oh, we still got 30 minutes left until I close the poll. All right. So now let's get working on the last yellow potato. Hopefully you can see that. Looks like Pilates is winning. 35% of votes went to Pilates. 2 of my comments have disappeared tonight. Interesting. So I didn't even see them posted though, Rich. Did you hit enter and then they wouldn't go? You should try typing them again. That is very odd. Kevin Martinez, I'm doing well. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. I feel like this week is flying, you guys. Like we're already halfway, seriously? Crazy. Tony is here. I think Hit is out, but could be any of the other 3. George Marion is here. No, they were on for a few seconds, then poof, gone. You should try retyping them right now, Rich. Let's see if it happens again. That's very odd. I don't know what's going on with the live stream function. I don't know. It's felt like it's been really like reduced in volume these last few weeks. Yes, it's going fast, it seems like, says Kevin. Happy Wednesday to you too, Hannah. Thanks, Coffee. Oh my gosh, amazing. I knew the lady who wrote Castaway with Tom Hanks and Wilson, the volleyball or whatever, the softball thing. Millionaire Overnight, but she was hammered for tax. I mean, of course. If it's in the United States, you're gonna get a massive tax bill. No matter what income bracket you fall into. I mean, there's ways to reduce your tax burden, tons of ways. But yeah, I'm sure. Still though, it's like when you think about the amount of money that she kept out of multi-millions, that's still a massive amount of money for any ordinary person. Let's see, I need to repaint my nails. George, I am making, well, I'm done making veggie burgers. I've got some polenta going here on my stove. I'll show you really quick. This is what it looks like. It's actually pretty much done. I whisked it, now it's just gonna hang out on my stove top. And then I'm just gonna roast some potatoes and call it a night. Can't wait. I like when the week goes by fast, says Kaylin. I find that as I get older, I actually don't like when the weeks go fast because I think as years go by, you're like, oh my God, I have less and less years left of my life. So I've actually really, I don't know how to do this though. Because it's like, how do you alter your perception of time? But I actually don't like time going fast, even if it's a tough week, because it's like, that's one less day and one less week that you get to live your life. Like you're one day, 1 week closer to dying, basically. It's very, I mean, it's just being honest. But yeah, I don't want time to keep feeling like it's just flying by. But we were talking on one of my earlier live streams, I think it was maybe on Monday, about how 2025 is almost halfway done. Like, what? Because we're heading into June, and June is month 6. I love polenta. I grew up with polenta and milk. Nice, very nice. Just cleaning off my lovely knife here. I also got to bring down the temperature of my oven because I roast these potatoes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, but my veggie burgers are at 425. So make sure, I just don't like to leave any water on this. All right. Right, time to toss these lovely little chopped gold potatoes in some olive oil, salt, and my favorite spice blend, berbere spice. Antonio Salazar is here. Oh, sorry, Andrew Sabini, hello. I reckon you could rock some kickboxing. I wanted to put in some fun options for you guys because I generally enjoy doing different types of exercise. I've always been like a decent athlete and willing to try different forms of exercise. So I figured it'd be an interesting, deliberation for you guys. Perfect polenta, says George. Antonio is here. Hannah, I am older than you. You are scaring me with time going by. I mean, I try to be honest with myself because I'm like, okay, I'm 31 going on 32. I would really like to make it to 100 and beyond. So let's say that I get to live to be just about 100 years old. That means I'm a third of the way through my life already. I have 2/3 left, which yes, is still a long time, but it's just, I'm really trying to be intentional, even on like the crappiest days where I'm tired, I'm annoyed, I'm sad, I'm unmotivated, it's ugly weather, I'm uncomfortable. It's just like those really just crappy days that you are happy when they're done. Even those days, I'm trying to just like not lose track of every single day. Like just take a moment, acknowledge that this is a day going by, it will never come back again. And just try not to rush through things, even if they suck. Kaylin, you must like the weekends better than the weekdays, I guess, says Coffee. Hi, Alak U Prati. Stone Papa Smurf says you're in an existential mood tonight. I mean, I think I really have always thought big picture. I've thought in years and decades. I think about what the next 50 years of my life will look like. How much youth I have left. At some point, I will not be able to do the physical exercises that I can do now at the age of 31. like what the world will look like in old age for me. So yeah, I even remember when I was a kid, my mom would say, bring it back, Hannah, bring it back. Like just try to be more in the moment than thinking so far ahead. I feel like it's helped me because I like to think ahead, plan for the future, make plans for myself, set goals. But in some cases, I'm thinking so far ahead that it's like, don't forget to actually live in the present moment. So, a little insight into my mind. DSAR Live, hello. I have heard and seen pictures and videos of people living in China living as old as 240. I do not believe that, Kevin. I have been rock climbing, yabba dabba doo, yes. Craig is here. Sorry, shower hair is driving me nuts. Ray is here. What are we making tonight? I'm having oh my gosh, a Danimal. Wait, isn't that like the yogurt thing? Danimals? Millennial here. I remember having Danimals when I was a kid. All right, Friday, Saturday is my favorite day. Saturday is my favorite day of the week. It's like Friday night into Saturday morning all the way till Saturday at like 12 o'clock noon. Favorite time window of the week. Kevin says depends on if you eat, how much you do fasting. Parker, the vegan visionary. Don't know if I'm a vegan visionary. I just I'm always like thinking about things. I don't know. I enjoy it. DJ the Mad Dog, hello. All right, let's get these potatoes done. That's the last thing I've got to do. So I'm gonna use my favorite olive oil from Target. Just ordered some more last night. How are you doing, DJ the Mad Dog? Lots and lots of lovely olive oil. And then salt and Berbere spice. Morton's salt. And also don't forget, don't let me forget, I wanna show you the chocolate bar I've been snacking on this week. It's so tasty. All right, just gonna eyeball this. Lots of Berbere spice. Doing all right could be better. And I just love using a ton of this spice. This is a pretty spicy, like a hot, spicy spice blend from Ethiopia. Ooh, I feel like some of it got up into the air and even into my eye. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can feel the sneezes already. Don't be surprised if I do. Yes, it is coffee. Oops. I feel alone in green tonight. Yeah, I think you might be the only member here tonight. Rich. Nikhil is here. Coffee's waving. Have you seen La Boo Boo? I don't even know what that is. Is that a movie? Is that a TV show? Kit Kat. This is not cayenne. No. This is a spice blend from Ethiopia. It's made up of a bunch of different spices. I think there's paprika, some cayenne, probably turmeric. There's a bunch of stuff they put in it, and I've eaten it my whole life because I'm Ethiopian, and it's great. Very flavorful, nice and spicy. Some like it hot. Hi Ashley, how are you feeling today? How are the triplets? I saw 2 movies in theater last night, Clown in Cornfield and Final Destination Bloodline. Clown movie was whatever, but Final Destination was entertaining. I feel like I never actually watched the Final Destination movies. I feel like those were, when those were coming out, it was like the upper end of millennials that were watching them, like kids who were 5, 8 years older than me. So I knew of them, but I remember once I, became a teenager, they felt like kind of outdated movies that weren't as cool anymore. And so I just never really watched them. I'd catch them on TV every now and then, just scrolling through the channels. But I would love to just sit down and have a Final Destination marathon. I don't know, do you think you can watch just any one of the Final Destination movies on its own and you don't really need to know what happened in the other ones? Or do you need to really watch them in order, kind of like Harry Potter? Daniel Boboski, hello. The triplets are moving around tonight. Nice. Ashley is here. Who did I miss? Although I'm in my 70s, I still feel like I'm in my 30s. The craft keeps me physically fit and my music keeps me mentally alive. Yes, yabba dabba doo. Oh my goodness. One second, let me just grab my sheet here. I have so many thoughts on this yabba dabba doo. So as someone who likes to think way ahead, decades and decades ahead of my life right now, I actually really enjoy watching YouTube videos of interviews with retired people who are in their 70s, their 80s, their 90s, and it's like, who's better qualified to give advice than people who have been alive 50 years more than I have. So I do really like listening to those types of videos because I'm like, okay, you guys have 80 or however many years of life of wisdom to share, let's hear it. And so consistently, people who are older, who are retired, they say you have to find something to do, otherwise you will just be bored to death when you're retired. And I think having work you love, volunteering, doing something with your time, instead of just sitting around doing nothing, is what keeps people physically and mentally fit in older age. Actually, I was listening to this, it was an interview of a retired couple. I think they were in their late 60s maybe. And the husband particularly just was not really happy with retirement. And he's like, oh my God, if I could, I would go back to work in a second. It gave me purpose. It gave me structure to my days. I feel kind of aimless now. And I was like, ooh, okay. Notes taken, dude. Because I want to actually, enjoy retirement / freedom and not feel like, oh my gosh, I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. Yeah, but in 70s win, yes. Wrecker Rex, hello. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I'm doing well, making some dinner. All at Once would be heavy. Just watch some comedy awards. Oh, just watch some comedy afterwards. Got it. Never seen Final Destination, says Kaylin. I've only seen the first Final Destination and the newest. I think they're standalone, so don't need to see it in order. That was what I was kind of thinking, because the general premise is these people are trying to avoid their destiny of dying, and then they end up dying in these very ridiculous ways. God, I remember I was on vacation in Wisconsin years ago, and I was staying at a cabin, flipping through the TV channels. It was one of those like old school, just TV guide, scroll and see what's playing. And I saw Final Destination, and I'm not gonna get into the details, but let's just say someone did not survive going up the escalator at a shopping mall. I don't know which one of these Final Destinations it was, but it was so, I mean, it was like pretty gory, but it was so ridiculous and insane that I actually was laughing at this scene. I was like, okay, we get it. The escalator malfunctioned, but the fact that it's just like basically eating up this poor man who just wanted to take an easy ride up the escalator to get to level 2 of the shopping mall. It was just, I was like, this is preposterous. This would not go down this way in real life. But that's like the vibe I get from the movies. Let's see. I'm retiring at 55. I will sell the rentals in my 60s. Nice, your fave Mexican. Early retirement. Love to hear it. Not anymore. Ashley Ferris Bueller's here. We're excited for you. Yes, congratulations to Ashley. She's got triplets on the way. So incredible. I wonder how rare triplets are. Like how rare it is to have a triplets birth versus the standard single baby birth. I don't know the stats, but I would love to look it up. Young 60-year-old dude. All right, almost done here. Oof. Got the hunger pains going, guys. Super hungry. It just comes out of nowhere. Also, I need to close this poll question soon. I'll close it in about 6 minutes. So if you haven't, vote in the poll and try and guess which type of workout I have recently become obsessed with. It's very fun. It's a good challenge. For me, at least. All right, so looking pretty well spread out. Oh my God, this shower hair is infuriating. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's like every so often it's just like dripping down my face. Triplets are 1 in 10,000. Whoa. Rizzy Raz, best food I've ever eaten, probably like freshly made, homemade Ethiopian food that I had at a friend's house. Like the mom of that family is Ethiopian and cooked for us. And it's just like nothing beats homemade Ethiopian food. Next level. Ooh. All right, I've decided I'm taking a few bites of this mushroom burger. All right. Final Destination, our standalone, there's a running storyline. What happens next? Okay. Oh, Ashley, you're in Texas. I'm dreading this summer in Texas, yeah. I've never been to Texas, but I'm sure it is dang hot in Texas. Especially in the summer. understand. I know what you mean. I used to live in Irving, Texas, and the summer is very hot. I live in Georgia. I bet that's also still pretty hot. Coffee. Ooh, all right. So I'm just gonna do some tidying up. So I'll move my camera this way so you can see what I'm up to. Hello, Sir Johnny of Bravo, making dinner. Nothing new. Just cleaning up some dishes while I have some potatoes cooking in the oven. And you know what? Okay, I did set a timer, never mind. I thought I forgot to set the timer. Nope, that's not me, Kevin. Nope. David is here. Hello, David Macron. Yep, the summertime in Georgia is hot and humid. Lots of the time. I believe it. How are you, Sir Johnny of Bravo? Good early morning to you. How are you? All right, what's next? Oof. Cutting board. Gotta wash this off. Tommy Brown is here. Tommy Brown Jr., hello. I don't think I used this. Cube says, I am cold. Kevin, I don't think you're reading the chat properly. Put it over here. Here's the probability of getting a red queen from a deck of 52 cards. Well, I would say it's 2 out of 52. Because you got the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds. Oh, don't mind me. She's got shower hair. What else was I gonna do? What is the rarity of a Joker card? Can't remember how many Jokers there are. Is it 2? I don't know. Oh, I know what I was gonna grab. Ooh. This is the only big bowl I have available to me. So I am gonna have a salad. Surprise, surprise. You guys have seen me eat salads on here before. 2 in every deck. All right, so then it's 2 out of 52. Unless, no, it'd be 2 out of 54. Because I think the 52 does not count the Jokers. I'd have to double check. Tofu salad. What's that bubbling noise? I don't know. Oh, it might be my oven. There's like some clicking in the background. I might just finish off this big old container of salad. I feel like I treat salad like its own single food group. I try to eat as much of it as I possibly can. Also, ooh, poll time, guys. I gotta close the poll. One sec. One sec. All right. Looks good. Tofu salad. All right, Andreas is here. Hello, Andreas, how are you? Closing the poll, and let's see what people said. JR, the boss is here. Good to see you, JR. I feel like I feel a bit off when I don't have my greens daily. Yeah, I feel like, it's so natural. Like, it doesn't get much healthier than this. Simple, green, raw food. Just love it. I was certain kickboxing. That was Andrew's guess. Scott Waypord guessed HIIT. All right, poll results. I asked which type of workout I've become obsessed with. The most common answer was the one that was listed first, Pilates. It's not Pilates. 29% guessed kickboxing. I've never done kickboxing in my life, and it's not really my jam, not the type of way I like to work out. 16% guessed spin class. I have never been to a spin class in my life, which means it is HIIT classes. I subscribe to this incredible YouTuber. Her channel is called Mad Fit. She has 10 million subscribers. Her videos have millions of views, and she does these really like concise 15-minute, sometimes 30-minute, like high intensity, like you're doing jumping jacks, you're doing burpees, you're doing hopping lunges, you're doing squats, you're doing, what are they called? Mountain climbers. Like, it's for how simple it is, and you can do it, I do it in my living room. You are getting such a good workout. So it is HIIT classes. Scott, you got it right. All right, sorry, just plugging in my computer. Woo. You guys, I'm so hungry. Oh my goodness. You're pretty disciplined. Thank you all is simple maths. All right, I knew it. Tommy got it right as well. HIIT makes so much sense. I love it. I love it. I never was much of a HIIT person before this year. And I think the mission of this year has been to, one, focus on YouTube, but also two, just try to be more efficient with my time and my workouts, because as a marathon runner, like, I do enjoy training and running training for and running marathons, but it's like the time commitment is so painful when you work a full-time job. I mean, it's like hours and hours out of your evenings. So that, I mean, it really cuts into your time to do other stuff. So I love the efficiency of HIIT. You should do a HIIT group workout. I'm a solo person. I don't like to work out in groups. I work out by myself. I just checked, somehow I am subscribed to Mad Fit. Well, she's a Canadian. She's actually based in Toronto, I believe. I was looking at her channel, and you know how it often will list where they're located. And she is Canadian. So she was listed as Canada's like breakout YouTuber back in 2020. I think she started her channel in 2018. And honestly, when you think about the history of events, so she does like all these like comprehensive fitness videos on her channel. It's Pilates, it's stretching, it's HIIT, it's like simple like movements, and like it's such a variety of fitness content that she does, and they're meant to be like accessible, home friendly, don't need weights, don't need equipment. All you need is just like yourself and a TV screen or a phone screen. And it makes sense that like when you read the comments of her videos, a lot of people say, I found you during COVID when I was locked in my dorm room. I was isolating at home. I couldn't go to the gym because everything shut down. So I think like, I haven't looked at, I don't know her history because I just found MadFit, but I'm guessing that given when she started her channel, building up her content, and the type of like home workout stuff that she does that's designed to be like accessible to everyone basically, I feel like she would have just exploded in 2020 when everyone was stuck at home on their computers, on social media, trying to find ways to do stuff at home. Bo Tig maybe, I am having salad to start off with, and then I'm having corn grits, roasted potatoes, and mushroom burgers. Those are the kind of workouts I have always done. Push-ups, says Kevin. I don't make bread. I actually stay away from bread, full TV. Beaver Sticks, hello. Yes, Memorial Day. I keep forgetting it's Memorial Day weekend this week. Just, I don't know why, but it will be very, very nice having a 3-day weekend. I could use one. Maddie the baddie, yeah, dude, she is a baddie. She is crushing it. And she's so like sweet. I love her presence. I love her teaching style. It's just like, it's very encouraging. It's not about being perfect. It's about doing what you can, showing up consistently, being positive. The whole like she herself and her personality, plus the whole like the look, the studio where she films her classes. Sometime I actually just had her running in the background a day or two ago, and it scrolled on to one of her workouts where she had her dog. I think her dog's name is Jazz. It's a very cute dog. I can't remember what kind it is. But just very like all good vibes. So wonderful. I'm not in Canada, no, but I live in Minnesota and we share a border with Canada, Bo. Thank you, Bailey. Brian says, fantastic. Edith says, oh, what lovely earrings. Thank you. I've been wearing these for months now. These are my carryover Christmas Jingle Bell earrings, and people thought they were cherries, so I kept on wearing them. Ooh, you're in North Dakota. I have never been to North Dakota. I've been to South Dakota several times, but never managed to get to North Dakota. I never had like reason to go there. And a friend of mine, we were talking about doing a road trip to North Dakota, just cause like, hey, it's part of the Midwest too, and I love it up here. All right, so there's that. Ooh, grab a fork, big old salad bowl, Big Haas is here, hello. You are getting your money's worth out of those earrings. I sure am, Sir Johnny of Bravo. These were something like $12 to $15 on Amazon back in December when I bought them for Christmas and for the Live Miss daily live streams I was doing. And they have well paid themselves back, or paid themselves off. Lamine Diop is here. Bailey, I am 31. Brian is in Texas. I really don't know if I have a favorite dish to make. I love making cauliflower tacos or cauliflower wings sometimes. Kung Pao tofu is a really fun one, easy one too. And spicy red lentils from my dad's cuisine, Ethiopian spicy red lentils. Ooh, Big Hoss, you made it to 1,300. Dude, getting to 1,000. Oh, this was just last year. Like, if we go back in time, a year ago right now, I was on my climb from 500 to 1,000 subscribers. And I remember, it's like I was excited about hitting 500 because it took a lot of effort just to make it to 500. And then I was like, dang, all that effort, and I'm halfway to 1,000. So getting past 1,000 is massive. Congratulations, Big Hoss 920. Wonderful. Let's see. Your fridge looks like a cyber truck. Let's see, Bo is saying, oh, my eyes just got watery. Let's see. I lost my spot. Come on over and go ice fishing, or Teddy Park in the summer is worth the trip. I've always wanted to go to the Fargo-Moorhead area. But I'm based in Minneapolis, and it's enough of a drive. Like, it's just enough out of the way and not so compelling where I'm like, I'll make it there, but it's not urgent. Martello is saying congrats to Big Hoss. Yes. Good to see you, Martello. Oh, I missed, shoot. I think it was, there was a comment from Sir Johnny of Bravo. There it is. What do you add to your salad to bulk it up? Nothing, I just eat plain salad. My bulk comes after my salad, but I start with just greens. Large bowl of greens, says Edwin. Chief the Medicine Man, hello. I still think there are people who think it costs money to sub to a channel, probably. There have to be at least some people who think that. In this big old world we live in, I'm sure there are people who are scared to hit. Because I'm sure people think, oh, if I hit subscribe, it's gonna, like, bill me, or somehow, like, I'm gonna have to pay a monthly subscription fee like you do with Amazon Prime or Costco or other things that you have a monthly charge for. I never thought about that, but it's true. Thank you, Bo. I appreciate it. Fellow Midwesterner in the house. Love it. Upper Midwesterner. We're the ones that get the crazy winters. Carlos 99. Doing well. I'm waiting for some potatoes to finish roasting in my oven. Can't wait to eat them. I'm actually gonna take a peek at them to make sure they're not getting, like, blackened in there. Bo says, also love that you were eating that salad out of that big bowl. The thing is, I've tried eating salad out of way too small of a bowl, and the lettuce pieces are just flying everywhere, and it's so annoying. So, in my opinion, from experience, better to have way too big a bowl than too small a bowl and be making a mess. Oh, I can smell those potatoes, guys. Cannot wait to eat them. They're like my favorite way to prep potatoes. Oh, these pieces, I'm telling you. Hello, Madi. It's just memes. I am vegan, yes. How do you survive the winters, by the way? I don't know. Enough clothing and a good attitude. That's really all you need. And boots. Sir Johnny Bravo says, is that the same bowl you use for cereals? Boy, Honestly, I think I could use this for cereal, but I don't. That would be too much. Okay, let's see how these potatoes are doing. I do the same, says Bo. I don't know if I've seen a bowl that big. All right, these potatoes are looking promising, guys. I'm gonna let them sit in there for another minute or two. We have different diets, says Giovanni. Oh, Aditya Sadhu 2020 says hi. Visible Jelly, hello. Bo says, Edwin, we don't go outside in them if we don't have to. Tom Cruise, fun fact, been in 71 plus films, 44 scene running. Really? That is so many movies. What? That's insane. Hello, Adrian. I am not making tater tots, Kevin. I'm making roasted potatoes. Getting the last of this salad, guys. I don't think I've ever had smashed potatoes, Adrian. Sounds fun though. Visible Jelly, that's gotta be jelly because jam don't shake like that. I don't know what that, is it based on the profile picture or something? I know, it's kind of crazy how many movies he has done. It doesn't seem humanly possible to do that many movies. And he's not that old. You're like, dang. I don't think I've ever seen that or eaten smashed potatoes. Ooh, go Timberwolves. Do you root for the Timberwolves, Bo? Being from North Dakota, I don't know if you guys have a franchise. Don't think you do. Also, who do you root for in the NFL? Hi, Russell. Hi, Just Baron. All right, I better get these potatoes out in just a second here. Oh my God. North Dakota smashed potatoes. Troy is a Vikings fan. Love it. All right. I'm done with that. Let's plate up some food. I think these are looking good. I'm just gonna test a few with my fork. Make sure they're not like undercooked and crunchy in the middle, but yeah, these are looking great. You guys, can't wait. This is gonna be very colorful. So, first off, we've got the 2 veggie burgers, one of which I was snacking on earlier because I was starving. All right, Adrian says, I'm gonna keep saying it till you look it up. North Dakota smashed potatoes. I mean, I have the image in my head. I can definitely form the picture of what they are. This video made me question everything. Am I eating the pizza or is the pizza eating away? I don't get. We don't. I just took the kids to a Wolves game a couple months ago. Wow, great season to watch them, Bo. Fantastic. I bet the kids had a really fun time. Anyone remember those smiley face potato faces back in the day? Like from the grocery store or like Mr. Potato Head? I made corn ribs again. Nice. Still haven't made corn ribs, Adrian. It's basically what you're doing now, just with the skin and their whole little ones. Okay. Giovanni says I'm on the pork diet. I practice fasting. Don't really have a football team, but I do watch the dang Vikings from time to time. The heartbreak Vikings that always bite it at the end. Did someone say potatoes? Oh man, I miss potatoes. Don't buy them much because I would eat too many. They're a favorite of mine. I do love potatoes. All right, so I'm gonna get some yellow mustard. These are such, like, if you've watched a few of my live streams, you know what I tend to eat all the time. Like in The Martian where Matt Damon has to grow the potatoes. I never saw The Martian. Didn't really appeal to me. I'm not the biggest outer space content person. Oh, it's Kirby. How are you, Kirby? Happy Wednesday. How was your Wednesday? How are the animals behaving? Swirly mustard. Yep, I just do a swirl pattern. And then I've got a new jar of pickle chips on the way. So this is kind of the last, oh, this has a little stub on it. The last bit of my current jar of dill pickles. Maria is here. Oh my gosh, Maria. I've been writing. I've been making a habit of it. When I see you pop into the chat, I think about my newfound commitment to writing daily. Like just, even if it's for a little bit, don't let the habit fall off. All right, I think these last ones are looking a little beat up, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Vegan mushroom burgers are back, I know. They're fave. And honestly, just because it's like I am busy, I try to keep my meals pretty, like, it's like the rotation is, there's some variety, but you see a lot of the same stuff. It's like mix and match. Russell says, I tried to make a joke about potatoes, but it was too mashed up to deliver properly. Nice one. Ooh, all right, next up, I think I'm gonna do the polenta, which I've got right here, looking lovely. Still pretty hot. Greetings, Hannah. Great to see you again, says Reginald Williams. Yes, White Rolex is here. Another Midwesterner and Minnesotan. Remember McCain smiles, think they're still available. Don't know what that is, yabba dabba do. Bo says, have a great night, Minnesota. Thanks for letting us watch ya eat supper and making me smile. Gotta run. I'll definitely be checking out some of your videos. Sounds great. Great meeting you. Great chatting with you tonight, Bo. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you again soon. All right, so putting some grits on the plate. Oh, and these are still pretty hot. I can sense it. And last but not least are the potatoes. One second. All right, potatoes. Potato time. right, guys. That is dinner for tonight. Caitlin says I love grits. Polenta, says Giovanni. What do you write? I'm writing a series of books about my dad's life. Paul Rivera, hello. So here's a close-up of dinner. We've got roasted, spicy yellow potatoes, 2 veggie burgers right here. Let me move the silverware because I feel like it's kind of ruining the look. And then some corn grits right there. So lots of delicious veggies. There you go. Can't wait to eat it. I'm also gonna grab a knife. I've seen hash brown fries in my grocery, very tempted, says Sir Johnny. Favor Yuan, doing well. Potatoes are amazing. Corey, veggie burger, potatoes, and polenta at dinner. I'm gonna be eating potatoes every day when I dig them up, LOL. Love to hear it. Potatoes are so, so wonderful. Such a staple. Ferris Bueller. Thank you, Rich. Yes. Now it's our turn here in the States to have a 3-day weekend. You guys had Victoria Day. Rich the goat. A fun 3-day. Can't wait. Demsey, hello. Kenley says today was my last day of school. Awesome. Happy summer break. Thank you, Maria. I try to be consistent. I think that's like the name of the game. I also really, really like going live. I love chatting with you all. But consistency is key. And I also, YouTube is my second job. I do earn income on here. And so it's like, you can't be inconsistent with your 9-to-5 job or you'll get fired. So I treat YouTube like a job because it is a job for me. So I mean, you have to be consistent if it's a job. There was a great quote I heard someone say, if you show up only when you feel like it, it's a hobby. But if you show up no matter what, it's a profession. And it's like, I like that approach to YouTube. Giovanni, yes, I'm writing a series of books. Sir Johnny of Bravo, I have chocolate for dessert. Demsey, I mostly feature food on my channel. Hi, Crystal Sanchez. How are you? Yes, Kevin, this is a steak knife I'm using to eat my veggie burgers. Crispy potatoes with a nice spicy tomato sauce is great. I would say potato anything I would eat because I love them so much. Ooh, Skip is in Scotland. Where in Scotland are you? Specifically. I've never been, but I cannot wait to go. Yes, Dempsey, I do vegan and gluten-free recipes on my channel. Steak Knife Old Habits. SGA Kirby from Toronto, best in the world. Oh, Proud says, I'm back. Yes, you are. You're in Sterling. Oh my God, amazing. Is that where Linlithgow Palace is? I love Mary Queen of Scots. I love that chapter of history. I've watched several movies and TV shows about her life and her conflict with Queen Elizabeth I in England. And I also love Outlander, which a lot of it takes place in the Scottish Highlands. And it's just beautiful. I've been to the UK, but I've only been to England. I've been to London and Oxford, but never far enough north to see Scotland. Kirby, well-deserved rich. Stirling, Scotland. Where is Linlithgow? Is it in Stirling? Maybe it's just in Linlithgow. What was I thinking of with Stirling? Maybe there's something else there. What is in Stirling, Scotland? Oh, I think it's the Outlander stuff. There's a really cool, yeah. Stirling, once the capital of Scotland. I did not know that. The Wallace Monument, Robert the Bruce, Stirling Castle. Beautiful. It's just so picturesque in Scotland. North of the border is God's country. I love that. Hi, Pooji Astuti. Kirby says The Rock. Accential Zulu, hello. Volcanic rock or something like that. Also, isn't Hadrian's Wall in Scotland? I can never remember which side of the border that's on. Is Hadrian's Wall in Scotland? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's in northern England. Okay, right near the border. Okay. Hogwarts, that's in Scotland. Also, one of my favorite people on planet Earth, who I'm absolutely obsessed with, Gordon Ramsay, is Scottish, from Scotland. I forget exactly where he was born. Harrington Wall divides the border. Okay, got it. Yeah, I will say my UK geography is not great. I'm okay with England, but it's like the Isles and I don't know. I'm so London-centric in my travels. I always have been, so sorry. That's no diss on Scotland whatsoever. That's just where my travels have taken me in my life. Hadrian's Wall divides the border. Okay. Ooh, Giovanni, eat something, please. Thank you, John Frawley. Sheikh Abbas Hussein is here. Really? Trump's mother is from Scotland. I didn't know that. Lions Fix-It Shop says, hey miss, I'm from the UK. Hello, hello. Thank you, Sheikh Abbas Hussein. I gotta keep eating this before it gets totally cold. Why haven't you eaten for 24 hours? That's what I was thinking too. Oof. Ramsay was born in Renfrewshire. No idea if I said that right, but very cool. Yeah, Michael, we've had some pretty cold weather here in Minneapolis. I actually have been wearing my winter coat these last few days because we've been in the 40s, and I'm like, I'm not freezing my butt off outside. I'm throwing on my winter coat again. Even though I had like put it away. Hi, Victor. Yeah, Kirby. I just like don't really do bread. If I'm gonna eat processed grains, I treat those like a dessert item because they're so highly processed. I see Ash and her, hello. Jude K. Ooh, Paul Rivera it's been 100 degrees plus in Texas. That's painful. I've gone off bread too. Yeah, I prefer it. I try to eat just less processed foods. Not all the time, but cutting out bread is one way. I feel like I'm more bloated and like pillowy, for lack of a better word, when I eat a ton of bread. Yes, Victor, I am enjoying my favorite potatoes. I love these spicy diced potatoes that I've made a million times on here. Oh my God, yes, AD. I was in, let me think. I was in Las Vegas. It was sometime in the summer. It was either late May or early June. And it was miserably hot. It was like a one and done. We're here to see it, see what Vegas is like, but no more. I don't know if I would ever go back. It's been hot here in the 70s, says Kaylin. 24 hours job sleep. Yes, NFG. I get the Doja Cat comparison a lot on here, among other celebrities. Giovanni is in Milano. Hello, Saj. Yeah, bread is how the restaurants get you. We're trying to keep Scotland's beauty a secret. That's how I feel about Minnesota. I feel like Minnesota is such a hidden gem of the United States. And people just think it's some like miserable Arctic tundra up here. And we never see the sun. And we always have to wear 1,000 layers of clothes. And I'm like, dude, it is such a great place up here. And I think, I don't know, people just choose to believe the stereotypes or like the tales they've been told. Ooh, awesome polenta and potato. My great-great-grandmother is from Scotland, says Kevin. Michael is gonna have a fudge ice cream bar. Wes Robinson says, Rebecca, was this a dream? Giovanni is smoking a Marlboro now. Bread for Country Kirby. I feel like Ezekiel bread is still somewhat processed. And I think it does have wheat in it, which I try to avoid. Sunny and Friends Roleplay Art and Chaos 2. Hello. I realized I didn't put a second poll question in here for you guys. What's a fast food I could do? I'm thinking. Do you hot tub often? I really don't like hot tubs. Not a hot tub person. I'm also just not a fan of like swimming. I never liked swimming. I can swim. I took swimming lessons as a kid, but just getting into a pool. Also, like, my hair is very naturally dry and frizzy, and the chlorine from pools would just like strip my hair of all the little natural oil it had. And it's just like, I feel like there's more of a nuisance with like swimming. And then hot tub, I also just don't like sitting in a frothing tub of water, especially with other people. It's like, from a hygiene standpoint, it just grosses me out big time. Alicia Joe, class 21. Just something I noticed, but why do you always eat while standing? I mean, it's because I'm like moving around, and also if I were to sit in a chair, I would be like this. It would be I'd be like back here, which I realize isn't that far away, but I'd rather be on my feet so I can be closer to I also couldn't see like the chat screen. It does have wheat, says Kevin. We have to guess the last meat dish you ate. That's a good one. I want to say that's like a really good one. I want to save that maybe for Friday night. What's like a recycled one I could do? But let me write that down. The last meat dish I ate. Last meat dish I ate. Knowingly, I should say. Although, I haven't had that many like mistakes. It was just one-offs. Robert is here. Michael says I would drown in a bathtub. Oh no. Klaus got the gifted membership. Yes, I remember that. Love seeing like the suspense of who it's gonna go to when someone gifts a membership. I don't know if I would have actually enjoyed that Yabba Dabba Doo, because like back in the day, I feel like they had to deal, like it was so dangerous, like all the horrible ways you could die if you're one of those early explorers in like the 1400s and 1500s coming over to the United States or to the Americas at the time. They had to deal with all kinds of diseases. They had to deal with the natives, like the native people here. A lot of them just were like hostile. Obviously there was like wars and conflicts going on. There's also starvation, malnourishment, the wild animals you would have to deal with, like wolves, bobcats, grizzly bears, moose, alligators. Just no. I feel like it would have been exciting, but I just don't think I'm the type of person who would have enjoyed being an early explorer like 500 years ago. Back in the day, everything was dangerous and dirty. 100%. Yes. Oh, I love like modern hygiene and modern disease control. It's crazy because like even my parents, like we're talking like this isn't that far back in human history. Like my parents were both born in the 1950s, they're boomers. But even then, like not that long ago, they did not have vaccines for, I forget what it was, measles, not shingles, but it's like crazy the stuff that like the illnesses that my own parents got when they were growing up because they just didn't have the vaccines back then. That's only in the 1950s and 60s. So then it's like, let's go back even farther to like the year 1500. No sanitation to speak of. Just it's cool to read about, but then when you think realistically, like what it would have smelled like, what it would have felt like, not having running water, having to bathe in like a stream, or there were no bathrooms. Oh, no, 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 no. No, I wouldn't go back to that. Yeah, smallpox is no joke. Roaches, the bugs. Oh, no, no, no. Such a big nope from me. Not my jam. Amazon would have been bad to explore 100%. It's amazing to learn about now. You can learn so much on Wikipedia, so much on Google, so much from YouTube. But it's like, even now in 2025, where you can go on these super comfy, it's like glamping almost, where it's like you're going into nature, but it's still super comfy, and you've got your air conditioning, you've got your mosquito net, you've got your little snacks that you brought with you from the airport. Like, that is as much of the Amazon as I probably would do. It's like, I don't want to get super close to the animals. I don't want to be in the dirt. I don't want to be at risk of being bitten, stung, darted at. There's like poison dart frogs that can shoot you. Oh, no. I respect nature. I think it's majestic and beautiful, and we have to keep it preserved. But personally, I feel no need to go into what I call deep nature and put myself at risk of getting some kind of bite or infection or rash. Like, no thanks. Nope. Dang, Kirby is here, yahoo! We didn't have antibiotics till the late 1920s. Yep, that's pretty new in human history. Oh, I missed it. Yaba. Oh, I missed that follow-up from Kirby. Yaba asked if you would have liked being a colonizer. I mean, they weren't all colonizers, let's be real. A lot of them were just explorers. A lot of them were missionaries. To be fair, a lot of the missionaries coming from Spain and Portugal and other parts of Europe were very vocal about their fellow Europeans not being like, they were not happy about it. So not everyone who came over here from Europe was a colonizer. Let's dispel that myth. Cold in Minnesota, 44. Yes, Rob. Payday tomorrow. Anyone else get paid on Thursdays? That's unusual. I feel like it's typically been Friday for me, Rich. Well, happy almost payday, Rich. Thursday me. What about the experience of discovering new land without the negatives? I just don't think that exists. There's always going to be negatives. All right. No Wi-Fi in the Amazon. I'm sure there's some ways, actually. I would say, given how there's so many Starlink satellites, like, the whole premise of Starlink is if you can see the sky, if you can see the open sky, you're covered. Like, that's their business, like, motto, slogan. So I'm sure there are parts of the Amazon where you can look up and see the sky and could probably get coverage through Starlink. Robert says, I get paid on the 5th and the 20th, but would love to get paid every other Friday. Yes. Payday is so nice. Such a good feeling. Seeing your bank account go up. Poison dart frogs are real. No Wi-Fi, no TV or microwave. Yeah, no. Nature is not, like, deep nature, not for me. The bugs, oh my god. You guys, I am, like, terrified of the bugs we have here in Minnesota. And we have, like, the least threatening bugs because it's so cold here. A lot of, like, the big ones, like the big poisonous bugs, cannot survive the Minnesota climate. So I'm saying even, like, the bugs in, like, the southern United States, I'm like, I would not want to have to deal with that on a daily basis. So then you think about, you've got Minnesota, which is pretty chill when it comes to bugs. Southern United States, Central America, getting kind of scary. And then you go full, like, Amazon rainforest. No way. I don't want to see any bugs in the Amazon, because that stuff is like, I would say it's like goated in terms, like, in the bug world. The Amazon is goated. Hannah would have been a legit hunter back in the day, like Rambo. I think I would have preferred to be a forager. I don't know, hunting is just stressful. So knowing what we know, would you rather explore the Amazon or the US back in the day? I would have to go with the United States, but still, I mean, you guys have probably all seen or heard of the movie The Revenant with Leo DiCaprio getting destroyed by a grizzly bear. And not to mention, so I forget what year that movie is taking place, probably like 1600s, I would guess, 1700s maybe. It's like the fur traders who are like French and whatever, English, European, and then you've got all these different Native American tribes who they're like fighting. You're seeing dudes just get scalped. You're seeing them get arrowed in the chest. Done, like neck is gone. Ooh, it's like the conflict. Like, I think about what it would have, like if I was on a ship coming over to the United States to be a fur trapper, some kind of trader, craftsman, settler, whatever. Setting up camp and just like, all right, this is what we're doing. Ooh, I would be so scared. I think my number one fear would be clashing with local tribes. Like, they're just like, nope, we're not cool with you guys getting here, like setting up your colony camp here. We're chasing you out. We're gonna hunt you down. We're gonna destroy you. So I would be super scared of that. I would be super scared of like just not finding enough food, the really bitter winters, depending on where you were. I mean, it's tough. And then the wildlife too. Rough time. Hannah, the last time I was in Vegas was during December years ago. It was sunny but cold enough for a jacket. Oh no, after I booked for July, I asked myself, what the hell was I thinking? Yep, oof. It's like ungodly hot in the summertime in Las Vegas. Plate-sized spiders in the Amazon, yep, absolutely not. No way, no. All kinds of nope. Minnesota does have some pretty sizable mosquitoes. Somebody likes so we can get to 100 likes. We're almost there. We're at like 97. Also, hello, Grace O'Malley. Fun Ventura says, so this is how I find out dinner started without me. Yep. I've been slowly eating my plate of food. Hannah gets off the boat. I'm here to teach you about cleanliness. Yeah, well, let me tell you this. So I got my master's degree in public health, and we just have to learn about, like, we're not training to be like medical people, but we still learn about all of these infectious diseases, when they were around, what happens in the body, your likelihood of living versus dying, all these like secondary things you can develop, like loss of, sight or loss of your muscle ability, and just basic hygiene too, where it's like what things travel in water, why you should wash your hands. And I'm like, man, I'm so grateful. I've said this before on my live streams. One, I am so grateful that I was born at the dawn of the 21st century. Two, in a highly developed country where at the bare minimum, like your existence is gonna involve like paved roads, running water, no local warfare, democratic elections, standard vaccines for newborns, and free public schools. It's just, I'm like, when you think about how many other humans were born, like the billions of humans that were born for the last however many thousands of years, and all those years there was like, most people couldn't read, most people couldn't write, they only lived to be like 30, they had to suffer like terrible abuse, almost everyone lived in like dirt poor poverty. Terrible times. Like, I'm just, you guys, I'm so eternally grateful. I get to live in this world. I get to experience this world as a 21st century adult and not a 6th century adult or a 17th century adult or even like a 1900s adult. Like, I would not have wanted to be around in the 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, no thanks. Rich is asking Grace if she is new. I think I would pick the US because Amazon is so hot, the bugs and I would get lost. And oh my God, the piranhas. I forgot about that. Like, you're not safe on land and then you head to the water and then you realize, oh, there's also piranhas too. So these are gonna eat me now. Robert says just liked. We are at 102 likes I'm seeing. Thanks, guys. Well, that is why you were born in 1993. You're just a city baby. Amazon Italy, the people, everyone has it. Anon Mouse, hello. Blood ST, hello. Cassidy, you're here. I'm so glad you made it. I'm thinking of signing off pretty soon actually because I'm coming up on 2 hours and I want to be like more disciplined about when I'm done with my live streaming for the evening. Ice tension. Love it. Dragoliub is here. Bill Deikta, I think? Deista? I'm not Moroccan, no. A lot of people ask if I am North African / Arab. I am not. Kirby says, I was about to leave and come back and remembered you get off earlier. Yep. Yeah, no more of that hopping off and then coming back 2 hours later and I'm still here. Unless I am doing like a deliberately long live stream. I will let you guys know about those. Cassidy says hi to Kirby. We made it to 100 likes, guys. Thank you so much. Zlata is here. William is here. Glenn and Donna is here. Oh, I know I was gonna say something before I hop off, which is gonna be in like the next minute or so, because I'm just about at 120 minutes, which is 2 hours. So I'm actually thinking about doing like 1 or 2 like little pop-up live streams this weekend. They're probably gonna be late morning my time on Saturday. I'm thinking Saturday and then maybe Sunday. It's the final weekend of the Premier League 2024-2025 season. All the teams are playing on Sunday at 10 a.m. So it is like 10 a.m. my time. So it's like all 20 teams are like basically in synchrony playing their final matches. And so you're like, oh my God, like this team scored, so now they've bumped up in the table, and now this team scored, and now things have shifted. So I'm thinking of going live potentially while I watch the very last Premier League games play this weekend. So stay tuned for that. If you have your notification bell turned on, you will get the notification when I go live this weekend. I also will have my usual Sunday night live stream, but I was like, you know what? Sometimes it's fun to just mix up time of day. When I've done live streams like Saturday and Sunday mornings, you get like I get the natural like morning light in my window and you can see it. It's different than this kitchen setup. So I'm like, I think I'll do that. So stay tuned. Cassie says, we love the 4-hour lives. I know. I do too, but I've been trying to incorporate writing more into my daily routine. And I was like, you know what? End of my day, that's when I'm at my best. I want to carve out time at the end to put in some time to write. Giovanni says, the beautiful ones are nice. Yabba Dabba Doo says, the pilgrim fathers left Europe to avoid religious persecution. Must have been very scary. To land in a strange land. Yeah, well, and it didn't go well for a lot of them either. Hi, DM. All right, seen Catalina Crunch at Walmart today. Woo! Yes, Kirby! Catalina Crunch is the best. I just ordered myself 2 more packages of Catalina Crunch. Wow, that will be different on Saturday. I should be home from work by 10 a.m. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Are you, remind me, Rich, like I hear you say something like that. I should be home by 10 a.m. from work. So when are you like putting in an extra little shift in the early morning hours of Saturday? Because I'm like, oh, I'm barely awake at 10 a.m., but you're getting home from work at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Or you said Saturday. Larry Middleton just made it before I hop off. Sir Johnny of Bravo, see you later. I will be going live on Friday, so maybe see you there. Cassidy, I am so excited for Memorial Day. It's like, dude, just one extra day and we all lose our freaking minds here in the United States. It's like, oh my God, I can make it through this week because I have an extra day to rest and not work. DM, you're trying to recruit Hannah. I would not be helpful if you're thinking of recruiting me for like basketball or something else. Yes, I am a writer. I mean, I like to write. I mean, I don't know. I am a writer sounds a little bit snobbish, but I write consistently on my own. Ooh, Zlata, going on vacation. Enjoy your vacation. Very exciting for you. Saturday shifts are 5:45. Oh, like my eyes begin to like tear up with like pain hearing those hours. I'm like, oh my God. Good for you though, Rich. I respect the grind. Italy, ooh, it is 4:47 in the morning for Giovanni. You should probably get some sleep, assuming maybe you, I don't know, maybe you got up early, but if you haven't, hope you get some good sleep, Giovanni. Fun Ventura says, even when I'm late, being here with you feels like home. See you when the stars line up again. Sounds good, Fun Ventura. Catch you on the next one you can make it to. I am not Italian, but I kind of wish I was. I feel like Italians are so, they just have that like elegance and like flair. I went to school with this fabulous girl from Rome, and she would like walk in with her outfits and the rest of us are just like, we're showing up like schlubs in our like sweatpants and our t-shirts like tired. She's coming in here with like her Versace and her big old like hoop, like she looks like Italian like fashion icon. Anyways, I feel like Italians are just so on point, like chef's kiss. From Milan, yes. Zlata says, thank you. Grind, don't stop. No, keep on the grind. Well, and Rich has been so kind to always like comment like, keep on the grind. And it's like, it's true. Like you just have to keep going. Even on the days where you're like, oh my God, I'm so over this. Judgmental 84, I see you. Demba Keita is here. Drago Liub, I saw you earlier. Joel, thank you for the blessings. Dawn is breaking in the Scottish Highlands at 3:50 in the morning. That is the type of life I am talking about right there. Like, as a very hardcore night owl, but working a 9-to-5 job, I so wish I could just stay up and see like the dawn, because that is kind of my cue to go to sleep naturally, like if I'm on vacation and don't have to get up. Definitely can't be staying up until breaking dawn at 3:50 as a 9-to-5 worker. I would be so brain dead at my job. But yes, sounds lovely, Yabba Dabba Doo. I envy you. Sorry to hear that, Zlata. Hope you get better. Fidelito 1967. Are you eating again? I pretty much finished my dinner. I cooked on this live stream and I'm about to head out. Fun Ventura says sun sets over sun rises. Yeah, in a way I wish I could see both. I guess you can if you're a super early bird, but yeah, I don't know which one of them I like better. I love your stream. Thank you, Dragolive, Tomich, and Travel with Jeet from Bangladesh. All right. Europe is still dark. I'm gonna type in my reminder and then I will actually get my butt off of here. Reminder, my next live stream is this Friday night at 8 p.m. See you all there for the kickoff of Memorial Day weekend. Oh my God, you guys. I am so pumped. Let's copy this. And boom. Yes, see you Friday. Oh my gosh, can't wait for this 3-day weekend. I'm stoked. All right, goodbye Fidelito1967, goodbye Zlata, goodbye Kirby, see you Friday. See you later, Rich, Travel with Jeet, sounds cool. And then Kirby, thank you for the 100s. You're keeping me on here a few seconds longer. Thank you. Good night from Europe, says Fidelito. Bye, Zlata. And bye, Cassidy. Great seeing you here. And I will see you all on Friday night. So come back in a couple days.